Okay, so I'm going to make this one quite quick. I just want to talk about communication, specifically people who can't seem to communicate without swearing. Now, by swearing, I mean cursing, or cussing, as our American friends would say. Um, so this is basically the F word, the S word, the B word, both B words, etc. Um, I want to just make a disclaimer. I'm not a prude. So I'm not the sort of person who says, oh, you must never say bad words. I think there's certain circumstances it's completely normal. If you are, for example, using a hammer to hammer in a nail and you miss and you hit your finger and it's very painful and you utter, the F word, that's understandable. I really have no issue with that. But some people, especially in Britain, I think this is a big problem in Britain. Some people just cannot seem to string a sentence together without using a swear word for every third or fourth word. And they use it in every sentence. So it's not just when they're angry, it's not just when they are um, in pain. It's just like every other word. And to me, it comes across as demonstrating low intelligence because it demonstrates a lack of vocabulary. Um, and I'm not impressed by it at all. Could be because I'm from a teaching background, but I think anyone who has any sort of sense of valuing basic communication should see this for what it is. It's not about being a prude. It's about recognizing that adults should communicate in an adult way, and that means having the ability to just make your case without having to swear with every other word, because swear words are ugly words, okay? And when you're using it for every other sentence, that makes you look ugly. It makes you look like you lack intelligence. Um, so I get it, if people are very angry, a swear word comes out here and there. I don't have a problem with that. What I'm talking about is people who just do it as routine, like it's a normal thing. And it's not about being a prude. I'm not being like Mary Whitehouse, who was a famous campaigner against pro prolific material, prolific adult material, or anything construed to be offensive, and she really was puritanical. So I'm not like that. I'm just saying that it's a basic question of communication. I've just come off a video, and it was from the Remain campaign. I'm more pro Remain, but to be honest, I think it was rather embarrassing. This young woman was proud of the fact that she had basically sworn at the Prime Minister. She said she would for Remain. This is in the video. But I'm not effing with you lot. You have effed up this country. And there's something very tactless about this idea that it's smart to swear at the Prime Minister. I mean, call me old fashioned, but I do think there should be a basic level of respect for the office. I get that in a democracy, people have a right to dissent, and I completely support that, but I don't think it looks, I think frankly, it looks bad in the eyes of the world that the British treat our elected leaders with this sort of level of vitriol and contempt. I mean, look, I get angry with Tory policies as well. It's not about that. It's just basically it's the extreme opposite of totalitarian states. In a totalitarian state, you can never question leaders, which is really bad. I'm very critical of that. But I sometimes feel a little concerned that we go to the other extreme, whereby anything goes, and it's like you could just basically insult the prime minister to his face, and that's seen as smart, or you know, uh, it's not. It's really not. It just looks obnoxious. And it definitely doesn't look smart. I think you can make your case and make a strong case, a passionate case, even utilizing anger without having to resort to that. So I find her actually quite embarrassing, to be quite honest, as someone who's more pro Remain. This is a general principle, and it crosses gender. Both men and women do it. I've seen drunk guys just talking to each other, and it's like just effing this and effing that, and just every other word. And I've seen drunk women do it as well. Not always drunk, by the way. Sometimes when they're sober. And I really don't think this is about being old fashioned or a prude. I think it's just about recognizing that it comes across as lacking vocabulary. That's it. Um, I don't understand people who have this attitude, and it's very hard to respect them because when someone communicates that way, it comes across as ugly. It comes across as limited because you're thinking, well, is it possible for you to say a single sentence without using one of those words? It just so. In conclusion, I'm not saying never swear. It happens sometimes. If you're particularly angry, or you get hurts and it's very painful or whatever. So I'm not completely coming from a theocratic perspective of never swear and all puritanical like. It's not about that. I just think that it to me it comes across as making the person doing it look like they lack intelligence, and they need to be aware of that. They may be an intelligent person, but if you constantly swear, you don't look intelligent. You look obnoxious. Um, so let me know your thoughts. Do you think it's not a big deal, or do you see where I'm coming from? And it, I just feel it's just not necessary. It's not. It makes communication ugly. It's just not necessary. Let me know your thoughts.